Hello, test, 2, 3, test. Hello, test, 2, 3, test.
I don't make the schedule. I'll put it on there. Well, we're going to go in.
They're both looking at me. I'm like, listen, I don't use that.
Hello again, everybody, live from Lightning Strikes Bowl in Fort Myers, Florida. I'm Larry LICHSTEIN. We'd like to welcome all of you to Audi Night here in Southwest Florida. This league sponsored by Audi of Fort Myers. So far this year, 125 two-day usages have been won in this league by the 160 bowlers. The way it works is if you bowl 300 or 800 with handicap, you get the use of an Audi for 2 days. The handicap is based on 90% of 235. It's an exciting league. Lots of different average ranges have won. It's a great payout. Audi of Fort Myers also added $6,000 to the prize fund. Each team comes up with $100 for team fee. So there's, $10,000 in added prize money plus the cars. Now keep in mind, a lot of these people have never won a trophy. They've never won a patch. They've really never had what I would call a celebrated bowling career, but now a lot of them have. They've bowled a 300 or 800, went over to Audi, seen Dave Forbes, and driven out in a $70,000 car. And when they leave their car there for the weekend and return Monday to bring back the new Audi, their car is fully detailed, cleaned, and looks beautiful. An unbelievable promotion by Audi of Fort Myers. Let me show you our split screens that we'll be using tonight, 9 through 24 and 24 through 40. The league is getting ready. Bowlers coming in from across the region. After an exciting weekend, an unbelievable weekend, where we saw Sean Maldonado win here Saturday and then go over to Brandon, Florida Sunday and Monday and win the regional there, a PBA regional. So he went back-to-back here and the regional right up the road about 80 miles. Had a great weekend, picked up about $5,000 here on Saturday, and then another 2,500 here, 2,500 up in Brandon. Excuse me. A great weekend for the young man from Texas, and we were so honored and thrilled to have the stars here. Jacob Buttroff put on an unbelievable show in qualifying, shooting a 13:08 for 5, but losing his first match. He had a bye, so he lost in a round of 16. Chris Barnes, the consummate professional, made a great run at it, finishing in the top 4. But Maldonado beating Stu Williams, who won $1,000 for shooting the first 300 game in the tournament, and a 2-game block of 589. That was exciting. 289 the first game with the first 10, leaving a stone 9, and in the next game, 300. Unbelievable, 22 out of 24 with a stone 9 in that match. Again, look at our concourse cameras. Excuse me. And the house filling up, and the pro shop busy again, getting ready to drill bowling balls for our Pro-Am. Now keep in mind, this weekend is the I-Roof Open. It is a Southern Region non-champions event. Bowlers over the age of 50, under 49 and under. 2 divisions right now. There's about 50 bowlers bowling in each division. There's a Friday night sweeper with a guaranteed $1,000 first place prize fund. We will be on the air Saturday and Sunday. I don't know the times yet. I'll know them tomorrow. We'll let you all know tomorrow night, but we will be live streaming this event completely Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because there is no flow bowling during the event. So we will be live Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And of course, tomorrow night I am feeling great. Some of you have asked. Tooth better, I could chew on it. Finally the pain has went away, and that's been great. And got my first COVID shot yesterday. Had a chance to spend some time with my dear friend Dave Davis in Lake Placid, who is recuperating from triple bypass surgery. And I spent 2.5 hours with Dave yesterday, and he's very frail, but coming back. His face had some color. He started walking a little today, told me he's ready, and no quitting that man. Anyways, I spent 2.5 hours with him, went up to south side of Sebring, got my first COVID shot, the Moderna vaccine, got home last night. Little tender here in the left shoulder today. Of course, it comes out the right on the screen, but this is my left shoulder. Naturally, being a lefty, they shot me on the left side. I asked them what arm, they said left. I said figures. So feeling good today, no fatigue. All in all, very fortunate and very healthy. Bad tooth last week, but we're over that, hopefully. Just a little bit of cringes of pain. That's going away, and just grateful to be with all of you. Let me show you the standings of the third quarter. That was won by Cookie Dough, but league rules show that only one team can win. They do get first place money for each segment. They did win the first segment. They won the third segment. So the way it works, and I had made a few mistakes, is the EBA Pro Shop team is now seeded into the roll-off. But Cookie Dough, being that they've won twice, would automatically be seeded number 1. Now the Miami Heat team won the second segment, so they're seeded number 2, and EBA Pro Shop right now would be seeded number 3 in the 4-team roll-off, which I believe will take place on May 4th for some very big money, I might add. We will have that prize fund coming out for all of you. And Brian Sullivan, thank you. I'm feeling a lot better. Vittorio Pizzoli, feeling better. Adam Wagner, everything good. Brad Stewart, hello. Welcome aboard, Brad. Great bowling this weekend. Glad you bowled. And we're here live tonight with all of you. It's going to be a great evening. Keep in mind, we're going to show you the cameras that we'll be using, 9 through 12, 13 to 16, 17 to 20, 21 to 24, 25 to 28, 29 to 32, 33 to 36, and 37 to 40. Again, little bumps in the road for me since I missed my last 9-pin no tap on August 30th. I have made every scheduled live stream since. A couple bumps in the road with a sore tooth, and then about 2 months ago I had some nasal surgery here, some calcium buildup, and they get in there and they grind on it. My nose bled horribly on that Tuesday evening, but we streamed, and we've done it, and we're with all of you, and want to thank all of you so much for the kindness, the kind words, and our analytics from Saturday. Let me tell you about our analytics Saturday, which were unbelievable. Now, these are strictly live stream analytics. They are not what happens like on Facebook later in the day. In other words, somebody's watching the night, I get off the air, let's say tonight at 9, and they start watching at midnight. These analytics I don't get. The only analytics I'm giving you is when I'm live like I am now. And the live stream on Saturday was, wait till you hear this number. It's a staggering number. We had 2 segments. We had the first segment, then we lost transmission. And we had, in the first segment, 27,000 minutes, 2,000 views. And then in the second segment, when we got back on the air full time, we had 46,000 minutes and another 1,500 views. We had 3,500 views, 75,000 minutes watched on Saturday's event. We set our record, and that's because of all of you. Thank you so much. It was unbelievable. Now, Sunday, of course, in our 9-pin no tap, obviously the numbers had to drop a little bit, but we still had a good show. We had about 10,000 minutes viewed and about 700 views. And so all in all, the live stream is very successful. We want to thank all of you for taking time out of your lives to be with us. We might have an interview or 2 tonight. I got the interview cam up and running. So looking forward to another great evening here in Southwest Florida. You can see the boulders are coming in, getting ready to win Audis. 125 Audi usages have been won. That's 250 days. So if you figure the car rents for $100 a day, that's $25,000 in car rental from this unbelievable company and its great general manager, Dave Forbes. Unbelievable. Jim Argion from Martha's Vineyard. Bobby Mason from Masontown, West Virginia. Don Cornett from North Carolina. Duncan Katanic from Scotland. Brian Sullivan, Cape Coral. Vittorio Pelosi from Ireland. Adam Wagner, Jay Jenkins, Brad Stewart on tonight. Dusty Barner, thank you for joining us. Cooper Gates on from Portland, Oregon. Got a nice group already joining us. Thank you again so much for taking time out of your lives to be with us this evening here in Southwest Florida. Getting some viewers coming on already. We want to thank you. It'll be a lot of fun tonight. Back to our house shot. Several of the lefties that didn't bowl well were telling me how they were amazed by Buttriff, and I said to them, if you moved in like he did, you'd have got it. But they were tentative. They stayed out on the first arrow, and that's where the ice was. And Buttriff was about 16 to 12, 16 to 13, and averaged 260. Went into the 2-game bracket, bowled a bad first game, 278 the second game, to lose 2 games. In the 2-game bracket, if you tied, there was a 9th and 10th roll-off. He lost game 2 with 278 and was gone. So he averaged 256, 257 for 7 games and finished 9th. But was a fine gentleman. We loved having him in the booth. What a man, what vitality Jacob Buttriff has. We love him. Love him. And we love all of you. And we're honored that especially you regulars. My God, you guys keep coming back. I'm flattered. I see Brian and Cooper and Bob Mason, who I've known from West Virginia, Don Cornett and Duncan and Brian, and Paul Phillips is on. Hello, Paul. And just a nice group. Thank you. Thank you so much. Again, spent 2.5 hours with the legend Dave Davis yesterday, and had to pump him up a little bit. Had to tell him I was his brother, and I'll come over and visit him anytime. And he called me this morning, and he said, thank you so much for spending a day with me. It really meant a lot. I got up and walked today, and I love you. And I said, well, I love you. I said, we're brothers. We were brothers in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and we're brothers now. And I'm happy that I was able to tell him that. That's a gift from God when you can tell somebody how much you love them and that you're with them. And then you see them, and then you make sure you motivate them. You know, he's 79 and has gone through a very rough stretch in his life, almost dying a few weeks ago. 3 arteries, 2 100% blocked, 198. The doctors said they couldn't believe his heart was still working. And got home last Thursday and pretty much was laying on his back. But got up today by himself, and that's great. Got up by himself, got off the recliner, and he's going to start moving. I got to start moving, bro. You got to start walking. Just keep shuffling along. Get that heart pumping. Get that atrophy out of that muscles. You know, you got to start moving again, and he'll be back. I'm sorry about your video, Cooper. Mine's good. I'm up and running here. We don't have any problems here. That's got to be yours. So I don't know what happened. Sometimes we think it's on our end. Sometimes it's on your end. Just don't want it on both ends, if you will. Anyways, bowlers coming in. And people excited. Now we've got 7 weeks from tonight. We have the roll-off. Then I have a Saturday and Sunday show to do, and then I'm taking a break. I'm going to go up to Connecticut for about 9 days and see my son and my grandchildren and some friends. And but we will be with you every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Saturday and Sunday. Now, we do think, I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe I'm not going to be able to live stream Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of the PBA National Tour event because of Flow Bowling. I think it's in their contract that no one else can live stream. I certainly respect that. I had a contract with the PBA for 22 years that I was the only person to be in that parking lot as a ball drilling operation, and they did not let anyone else in. So I've been in the same position Flow Bowling's in. I respect that. I am allowed to live stream the Pro-Am on Saturday, the Audi Pro-Am. I will have lots of guests in the booth. We will be live streaming all day, April 10th. But the 11th, 12th, and 13th, it's Flow Bowling, and maybe they'll let me sit in with them a little bit, I hope. So we will not be live streaming this particular live stream during those days. But don't worry, the Flow Bowling guys are the best in the world, and you folks will really enjoy their show. So will I. In fact, it's kind of cool. I can be a spectator and roam through the building and watch the great action and be with my friends and socialize here, which I never have a chance to do. You know, I'm live streaming in a booth, but that week I can walk around and be behind the great superstars like Johnny and Chris Barnes and many of the greats, and be with them, right behind them, which I'm looking forward to doing. So keep in mind, that's a National Senior Tour event, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th of April. We will live stream that Tuesday night when they're done bowling. The Oaks Farms League will come on Tuesday night, April 13th. We're not going to miss that night. Mike Cheatham on. Hello, Mike. Chuck Jennings. Hello, Chuck. Welcome aboard. Again, thank you so much, all of you. Getting some views tonight, picking it up, and getting ready for tonight's league. As you can see, the settee area filling. Lots of new friends made this year in this league with 160 bowlers, many of which did not bowl here in recent years. Obviously, the remodel of Robert Eddy, the promotion of Robert Eddy's staff, the added money, and the fact that this is a revitalized bowling center has brought lots of bowlers here from different facilities. They had an alternative. They heard we were doing a good job. A lot of them have come here, and we always like to let them know that we appreciate the fact that they believe in us and in our facility. 160 bowlers in year one of this league. There's Brad Stewart, who you've seen many times on the stream. His little baby's here tonight with her mother. That's the baby being held there. That baby will be held by 200 people between now and Saturday. Brad will be bowling this Saturday here.
Hi, Joe. Welcome back to Lightning Strikes for your Audi.
And there goes David. David's going to run some action now.
As David Forbes has done for every rollout or every position round night, he gives away the ball of choice out of the EBA Pro Shop to high male and high female. Your last week's high female was Allison Pfister, 779 with handicap, and Chris Hubbich for 818 with handicap. You guys come up and see me so we can exchange some info. Once again, Mr. David Forbes, Audi of Fort Myers, thank you again for your sponsorship. And Kenny will get you guys going for practice here in a couple minutes, minute and a half.
Jake Williams on. Hello, Jake. Welcome aboard.
Your fingers just set me off again. You don't care.
Okay, we're back.
Audi of Fort Myers, welcome back to Lightning Strikes. I'll be turning your laser in 10 minutes of practice. Remember to cut your check marks on the lower points.
And as you can see, the house filling up. And we are ready to roll. It's action time at Lightning Strikes. And as you can see, this is the house condition again tonight, so keep in mind we're on a house condition. And scores usually run pretty high. You know, you'll see 300s with handicap, 800s with handicap.
All right, guys.
And
so there was a tie last week for high male with 818, Scott Cobb and Chris Husband. You guys will bowl the series for tonight. So high series will get the ball tonight. Also, if you guys
Jim Argy, everything's great. Hope everything's fine up at Martha's Vineyard. In the house condition has allowed these people to obviously bowl well. And when David Forbes came up with the promotion, and it was his idea to give a car away, not mine. I was more about getting 6,000 added, and I felt that was enough. And he came up with the idea of the 300, 800 award, and I quite frankly was shocked by it. So I said to him, how are you going to do that? And then he told me how he does it. Audi of Fort Myers is such an unbelievable service facility that they have 50 cars, brand new cars, every year available for Audi owners. So in other words, if you're an Audi owner and you're from Naples or Marco Island or Sanibel and you've bought an Audi and it needs to be serviced, a lot of times it's not going to be serviced while you're waiting in the lounge or the service lobby. Some of these cars are so advanced, they take 2-3 days for different scenarios that might develop. So what they do is you bring your car in, you leave it, and you leave in a brand new car. And in some cases, they are so service-minded that they'll bring a brand new car to your house if you say you're tied up and you can't drive over here from Naples or Marco Island or Sanibel or Port Charlotte or wherever. One of their drivers will drive right over there to your home, leave you a brand new car, and then take your car back to the dealership. Then when the dealership's done with your car, he brings it back and picks up their car. So with these 50 cars they use, they had several they could let our bowlers use. And he said to me, it's incorporated in our business plan. And I said, well, then what are you doing? Well, at a year old, they sell them as a 1-year-old, and they do fine. You know, they discount them. Full factory warranty. So in essence, what it boils down to is the service that they give is not something that was really what I would call a negative to give all those cars away to our league bowlers. They had the cars in place. What an unbelievable gesture to the bowlers of Southwest Florida. That what they've done is remarkable. 125 two-day usages. I've never heard of it. In my 50 years, I have never heard of a gesture like that for a league. And if you multiply it out at 100 a day, that's $25,000 in car usages for the first 28 weeks of this league. So obviously, we feel, quite frankly, that we've been blessed by David Forbes and Audi of Fort Myers, and so do these people. They've told their friends, they've posted it on Facebook, they've taken pictures of the cars when they went to get them. It's just an unbelievable gesture of kindness and generosity. And, you know, for us as bowlers, we don't see that. And I don't say that to knock anything, but bowlers don't see anything like this for leagues. Well, I've never heard of it. None of us have. This is very unique. And we want to thank David Forbes, Audi of Fort Myers, Barry Seitz, all their sales force, all of their people who have went out of their way to give the sport of bowling an unbelievable shot in the arm in the worst year in our country's history as far as fighting the pandemic, and the worst year in bowling history. Gave us a little hope. When things were terrible, they gave us hope. And that's why we're Americans. We give hope. Dave Davis told me yesterday I gave him hope. I says, oh, no, I owe you. You're my brother. David Forbes gave a league hope and bowling hope. Gestures of kindness are absolutely wonderful. You'll notice Kia started sponsoring PBA events, which I thought, again, was out of this world, that a auto dealers nationwide decided to back professional bowling. Of course, with Audi, we have here sponsoring the PBA Senior Tour Pro-Am, Dave Forbes giving $5,000 to Johnny Petraglia's charity, and putting up money for that PBA event as well. I think a lot of people in the business world realize how genuine bowlers are. You know, we're blue collar, we're for real. There's no phonies in here. You get what you get. And the camaraderie of these people in this league and the friendships, you could see it. If you look at our concourse area and settee area, people talking and socializing and eating together and just having a night of enjoyment. Families, friends, mothers, fathers here. And for us as a team, we're, again, honored to see the success of this 160 bowler league. 160. It's a big league. Jennifer Dover's right there. Ray Saint-Savoy coming at you from Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Scott Cooper, formerly out of Memphis, coming right at you. Frank Giannino right there from Detroit, coming right at you. South Florida is a melting pot of Americans. John Rakoski, two-time TAT champion, subbing tonight in this league. Dave Stouffer in the league, who just missed the qualifying. Saturday was first out, was 25th. And lots of friends in the league. Sorry about that, we lost sound for a moment. Flory Caban, hello Flory. Welcome aboard, my dear. And we're ready to go here at Lightning Strikes. Mark Mcdougall on. Hello, Mark. Wyatt Smith. Hello, Wyatt. How are you? Dave Hunter from Virginia Beach. Flory Cobb. Welcome aboard, everybody. Thank you for tuning us in. Keep in mind, we're looking for 300s or 800s. A lot of cars have been donated in the league. Dave Stoffer's donated some, Chris Ubik, Brian Eichmann. Bob Trent won 3 in one night and donated them. They always donate them to the ladies. They let the ladies draw on them, which is gentlemanly and very nice. And Daniel Gacera, who's not 25, has donated some. So a lot of people that have won multi-cars have went out of their way to make a gesture. And Bob Lindsey on from Chili, Philly. Al Altheiser's here tonight from Reading practicing. Bob Lindsey, Al Altheiser, a Team All Events champion, 1992 out of Reading, and won the Bowler's Journal doubles twice with Pat Healy. Altheiser moved to Punta Gorda out of Reading area. I bowled against a lot of guys from Philly when I was a kid. Bob Lindsey bowled against the great Frank Lynch and the great Charlie Fano in my life. Danny Spada, who was from Mount Holly. Joe Ostrovsky finished second to me one year in the in the Landgraf tournament in Manhattan in 1971. Of course, I lost to Fred Lenning in the 1968 Masters in Cincinnati. Fred Lenning out of Yardley, Pennsylvania. I went 1-2 in my first Masters at the age of 18. Lost to Bob Kwolek out of Detroit and Fred Lenning out of Philadelphia. I was also at the 1978 Hall of Fame induction in St. Louis of Vince Lucci, who was out of Philadelphia. So every time I see Philly, I think of the great Jack Winters, Vince Mazzani Sr. and Jr., and a lot of the bowlers I knew in my life from Philly. Wonderful memories of the United States. Bobby, how are you, Bobby? Anyway, it's another great night here in Southwest Florida. Ice Martinez right there on lane 10, the plastic cannon. Throwing urethane. That's a urethane ball. Had to get in a little on the shim with a little urethane. Again, getting that shot yesterday was, you have this euphoric feeling that you've waited for some type of relief mentally from the pressure. And I get there at 6 o'clock in the Publix in the south side of Sebring. My appointment is until 7:45. Now, there's nobody waiting in line there to get a shot. I go to the counter, the prescription counter, and I bring this pass with me that I got at the check-in table. And the druggist says, "Have a seat, Lawrence, I'll be right with you." So I'm supposed to get inoculated at 7:45. It's 6 o'clock. 5 after 6, there she is. Puts it in the left arm, watches me for 10 minutes. I leave. And I walked out of there feeling, this euphoria that, oh my God, I'm finally getting something that will supposedly protect me. And then, of course, I go back to the same place. Four Mondays later. And it's a very nice ride going over there. You go through the farm country of Central Florida, and you hit US 27, go through Lake Placid, Florida, and up to Sebring. And if you keep going through Sebring, you go to Lake Wales, where the Kegel Training Center is, and then eventually you get up to Claremont, where Norm Duke, Randy Peterson, and Jason Couch live. So when I picked up 27 in Palmdale, I was about 100 miles south of Claremont, where Norm Duke lives. So we're looking for large strings early on the scoring units, and then obviously we'll bring the main camera to watch them. Elaine Mcdougall down the bottom. It's bowled very well at our 9-pin no-tap with her husband in the Hines triples. Patty Cooper right there on 27's bowled very well with her husband in the doubles. There are a lot of husbands and wives that really got into it. It's like when they walk in, they know they're a factor. And you see the confidence in several of the doubles, husband and wife team. The Yanez family from Miami, Armando and Jackie, have come in here and bowled so well in those doubles events. And if you watch their mannerisms, you can see the confidence. They exude confidence. And I find it fascinating because, keep in mind, they're not pros, obviously, but they're wheeling in $2,000 worth of bowling balls apiece. I saw how many bowling balls the Yanez family wheeled in. And with their kids and them, about $6,000 worth of equipment got wheeled in here. You think they're serious, that tells you everything you need to know. 4 bowlers came in with 30 balls. Shoes, shirts, bags to bowl 9-pin no-tap doubles. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's the passion, thank God. Lisa Michelle on this evening. Welcome aboard, Lisa. So we do have some strings now. Keep in mind, as the night goes on with handicap, we can really get an idea of who's got a chance to do well. Five bagger on 19 and 20. And a 5-bagger on 9 and 10, so the one on 9 and 10 getting 4 pins a handicap, 19 and 20 getting 10 pins a handicap. So let's see here now. 5-bagger on 25 and 6 getting 27 pins of handicap, and on 37 and 8 a pretty good amount of handicap. So as it looks right now, we definitely have some players early in the competition here that have a chance at some wheels. Nice wheels, I might add. Just the rims on those things are about $500 a piece. On that A8, they're $2,000 a piece. $8,000 worth of rims. My 3 cars aren't worth $8,000. Tom Irwin on. Welcome aboard, Tom. Lots of strings now, so keep in mind, Big James Oswalt with 6 and 27 pins a handicap. So right now he is at a 276 pace. So we've got action early. Several cars could go out here in game 1, and that's going to be kind of cool. Bill Plunkett on. Welcome aboard, Bill. Yeah, how about Sean Maldonado's performance? Leaving here and going up to Brandon. Keep in mind, Chris Barnes was in that top 5. So was Brian Robinson. Tommy Jones made the cut. Sean Maldonado looks like a different bowler coming out of that big COVID break. Again, the two-hander is just so gifted. So gifted. The two-hand style dominating many parts of the country now at the higher levels, and it's going to continue. Just the pocket carry percentage is off the chart. Got white leather for number 7 right here. And there it is, white leather with 7. Laurel Spinner getting 40 pins a game right here. Is in a pretty good position, or 37 a game. She gets this one, she's in the hunt. That's a good shot, Laurel. Come on, hurry up. Get over there. Oh, wow. Okay. So that one came off the oil pretty good. So we have a lot of strings here in game one. Very high scoring. The tooth is a lot better, Bill. An occasional throb, but I could chew on it now. I'm on medicine. It's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, it's an interesting world we live in. You know, 1 week your tooth is pounding and you're having a hard time. And a week later, the tooth is better and you got your COVID shot. What a difference a week makes. It's crazy. It's the elevator ride of life, if you will. Of course, tomorrow is Johnny Petraglia's birthday, my dear friend. Celebrates a birthday tomorrow. And this Sunday, George Pappas celebrates a birthday. Two PBA legends, about 4 days apart in age. I might give Johnny a call tomorrow. Brad Stewart with a six-bagger. Johnny is bowling here in April. He will be the longest tenured PBA champion when he gets here, having won in July or August of '66 in Fort Smith, Arkansas. So for all of us in this country that are bowling fans, not only do we owe him a debt of gratitude for serving his country, but his years as a great, great ambassador, and we're lucky to have him here in April. To the best of my knowledge, last time we spoke, he was 75-25, said, Litch, I believe I can make it. And we certainly can't wait to see him. Now, Tyler Altman, who bowled 900 Sunday in the 9-pin no-tap, now has 7 real ones here on 9 and 10, and he is on a mission. And he's using that silver ball. How's that thing react, folks? Now, Sunday, he went 900. He had 28 strikes. And just come back in here tonight. He's a fine young gentleman, very respected here in our bowling community. Yeah, I saw where Irv Cross died. I hadn't thought of Irv Cross in years, but the minute I saw his name, sure I knew Irv Cross was with Musburger and Phyllis George and Jimmy the Greek. And yeah, 9-pin no-tap 900, Cooper. 3 games, 3 300s, 9-pin no-tap. yesterday, or excuse me, Sunday here. He did that. And he was only the fourth one of all of our 9-pin no tap events. And there's been 13 or 14 that we've run now live stream. There's only been 4 900s, 2 by Jennifer Dovers, 1 by Preston Willis. That was about 6 months ago. So we've only had 4 in 14 months. And we get some really good bowlers bowling in it, but evidently it's not that easy. If it was, you'd see a lot more than that. Now we do have perfect games going on 29 and 30 with Brad Stewart, 37 and 38. And over here on 9 and 10 with Tuesday Tyler. And remember, he didn't get that name for nothing. He's had 4 300s on Tuesday nights. Well, Tyler had 28 strikes Sunday and then 8 wraps. Or 29 and 7, I think he told me. I had one 909-pin no tap in a Pro-Am in 1999. It's the only time PBA Pro-Ams, we were going to have a 9-pin no tap here in our PBA Pro-Am on August 10th, and April 10th. And, obviously if you're a pro bowler, get lined up, there's a real good chance of it. And obviously a great house bowler. Tyler Altman can bowl great in any house around here, so he's locked into this place. I mean, with his record before Sunday, I think he's had the first 11 here 7 times with 4 300s and 3 299s. And Stouffer with 8. So Stouffer's got 8 in a row. Tuesday Tyler 8 in a row. And we're going to watch Tuesday Tyler right now. And the young man also made the roll-off in the Seed to Table tournament Saturday. So this young man is having his best season ever. Made it here on the Sport Shot. Oops. Oh my God. He's got more room than I did in a wide open parking lot. Oh my God, folks. Now Rakoski for number 8 right here, and you've all watched him. He's dynamic and shredding the rack for the great Rakoski. So that's 3 8-baggers, and now Brad Stewart with a ringing 10. So now we're down to Stouffer on 37 and 8. He's throwing that track ball, Don. That thing looks fantastic. That's pearlized. Well, he told me the name of it. What is a track pearlized ball? That thing is a monster. Boy, does that look good. It's nice to be young and two-handed, that's for sure. Yeah, Laurel's bowling well tonight, Brian. She's got good balance at the foul line. I think she's been thinking about maintaining some balance. Struggling since COVID started, no practice. Hand changed, thumbs didn't feel right. And that can happen. Yeah, the kinetic That ball's great. I like the kinetic. I'd like to throw that thing if I was bowling. I'd get one of them. Yo. All right, so Tyler will be coming up shortly. Let's see what we got over here now. Watching strings. Down to Rakoski with 8. Stouffer with 8. Rakoski and Stouffer on this end. Okay, Stouffer coming up for number 9. Stouffer missed Saturday's seat to table top 24 by 3 pins. Very disappointed, but ran the tournament all day, did a great job running the event. It was a long day for all of us. We were here about 12 hours. Stouffer with a strike, now number 9. And Rakoski leaving a 2-pin. Must have got that one in the puddle a little quick. You know, the original track was owned by Phil Cardinelli, and then he also was absolute genius with weight blocks and was very generous on tour when I was player service director, when he owned track. Gave a lot of equipment out, and when I became 50, I was on the track staff, not signed. But he sent me cases of balls, and I bowled about a year with him, and because I wasn't signed, I tried some Storm equipment, some Brunswick equipment in 2000, and I started to switch around using different brands, and a very generous pioneer in our sport, Phil Cardinelli. Had Steve Hoskins on his staff, Wayne Webb, Dave Dietremont. Had some great bowlers on the original track staff. Steve Hoskins was great. Shot 300 with a track on TV in Rochester in '98. Here goes Tyler now for number 10. That thing's got radar in it. Tyler Altman, keep in mind, going for his 5th 300 in this league. And Sunday, with a little help, had 900. It wasn't a Glenn Allison 900, that's for sure. So jokingly, if he throws 300 here, he'll have 1,200 his last 4. I guess it's all about the score sheet. Oh, there it is. Now keep in mind, twice in this league, he has left ripped sevens on 11 in a row, and I mean ripped sevens. I just want to check Stouffer out. It's not coming up yet. Okay. I mean ripped sevens, where 3 pins went at it, the 1, the 2, and the 5, and none of them hit it on light pocket hits. Curious now if he's thinking about that. There's only one way to handle that. Just go dead flush and knock 10 off the deck. Tyler Altman for 300. And another 299, and this time a 6-pin. Wow. Right there, it looked good. $299, a 6-pin. Trips to 4, 7, 10, and leaves the 6. Wow.
Damn 7-pin, Larry.
James looking good, bro.
279. Left the 7-pin to 7.
James Oswald looking good. 40 pins handicap? 24.
Just enough.
Just enough. James Oswald with a car. 303 for James Oswald. Stouffer needs a triple here. So we know we've got at least 2 cars in game 1. We're going to come back to 37 and 38 in a minute. At least 2 in game 1. If Stouffer throws 300. Oh, wow. Normally, that's an automatic stone 9, and the head pin just touched it. Just touched it off the wall. And that's the break you need, because the solid pocket 9 is really a great shot. But these balls at impact, there's 0 deflection. They chopped the 5 straight off it. And that time he caught a break. Now is he going to move a board left? What's he going to do? It looks like he moved a board left, got it in the oil. Number 11. So here we go. David Stouffer for at least the... Oh, there's a 306 up there for Jamie. Oh, that's Big James. So that's the 306 for James Oswald. And now Dave Stouffer right here. For 300 in a car. There it is. Stouffer 300. And he's perfect after 1. He does throw it good. I'm going to go close up now and see if I see any more 300s here that I might have missed. Can't read them when they're far away. Oh, there's a 300 there. Look at Bree. Bree getting a 300. But I don't think if that's Bree, she might not be eligible because of age. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. There's 300 for Stouffer. So at least 2 or 3 in game 1. Looks like those that Audi rental unit's going to be going out quick. Got a crazy statistic about Francois Lavoie. 5 wins with 3 majors? Yeah, okay, I got it. 5 wins, 3 majors. 60% of his wins are majors. We live in a very unique world today, to say the least, folks. 60% of his wins are majors. And I'm not 100% sure about this. I'd have to look back into the record books. But I know Roth never won the Masters, never won the Tournament of Champions. I think he won the U.S. Open once. I don't remember him winning the PBA National Championship. 37 wins, or 35 wins, 1 major. Francois Lavoie, 5 wins, 3 majors. Something doesn't sound right there. Okay, we're off and running with, I believe, 3 cars in game 1. I don't know who Bree is. I don't know if it's MacGyver. I'll find out. But whoever Bree is, Bree got 300. Big scores on that pair if you look at the handicaps. Roth had 34 wins, 2 majors, Bob. Okay. I know he had the national championship. What was his other major? I'm kind of curious. Or the U.S. He had the U.S. Open in '84 in Illinois. That I remember well. I don't remember what the other one was. I don't believe he ever won the Tournament of Champions. I know he never won the Masters. I wonder what the other one is. Oh, that's Brian. Okay. That's Brett Herbot. That's not a woman. That's Brett. And Brett is eligible. That was his wife Jess in front of him. Brett Herbot with 300. All right. So the Herbot's going to go over there to Audi and get a nice car. Husband and wife. House Brown. Solid 9 for the house. All right, we're going to watch Stouffer now for number 13. You know, some associations have these iconic records. Allie Brandt held the high 3-game record in his association for 59 years and still might have it at 886. The national record, he had 59 years, 1939 or 38 to 1997. He still might have the Buffalo Association record. I don't know, at 886. But our association record's 879. And we had a chance about 2 months ago with Ryan Tamburino, who came in and bowled 290, 285, 300. And he got a 5 count on his 285 in the 10th, or the 12th ball. So he could have had 580 going in and then 300 his last game, which was 880. But our association high is lower than most at 879. But some great bowlers, you know, Rakoski, Stouffer, Scott Cobb, Ricky Ward, Evan Baranecki, Steve Callior, John Huff, Mike Alshire. I mean, guys that could win an eagle, but could not break 879. Oh, I don't know if he gets bored, Brian. I don't know if the word bored, let's put it this way. I think he knows he's going to strike and shoot 750. I think he bowls for 800. I think he puts pressure on himself saying, I want to bowl 800 or I'm not happy. Because he bowls 770, it looks like it bothers him. As silly as that sounds. There's just certain people that are so gifted, and we have him now with Tyler Altman coming alive and Evan Baranecki, the next group of youngsters that are really becoming, factors wherever they bowl. And David's been a factor 20 years, and since his early 20s. And every association has them, We look at Steve Callior down in Naples, in his prime. My God, he would go out in Vegas and win 10,000 in every high roller. I mean, that guy is a factor when he was right. He's in his 60s now, slowing down a little, but still a heck of a good bowler. My boy had it. My boy had a run up in New England. He bowled his first NEBA Sunday after 12 months, made the finals, and lost to a 16-year-old two-handed phenom who ended up winning the tournament. Michael made the round, won the first game, and then got in the round of 32, and the boy beat him 236, 235. Then he beat Brian Bogosian, the 1999 Masters champion. So he beats Michael, Brian B., and then a few other guys, and won at 16. Randall Dunbar. Remember that name, Randall Dunbar. He's fantastic. 16-year-old two-handed phenom. Randall Dunbar. Well, I think Tyler Altman's got plenty of time, Brian Sullivan. I don't think it's about now. Earl Anthony didn't start the tour until he was 32. Pico Chur didn't get it till he was 32. Gene Stuss, turned pro at 50 after he had a great career at GM. I think it's all about when. When you're 24, you got time. Do I think he should bowl the U.S. Open, try to bowl that? Yes. Do I think he should try to bowl the Masters? Yes. Automatic. I think you should bowl any non-pro event you're eligible for through qualifying or paid entry fees. I think you should go to Las Vegas and bowl the Tat. Now, Stouffer, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, out of the chute now with the first 15. Harry, sorry you had a bad outing, Harry Wright, but remember the old saying in baseball, there's still room in Mudville. That famous poem of the Mudville Nine. There's still time in Mudville. Well, Evan Baranicki is the Ryan Sullivan. Evan Baranicki is the inner confidence. The inner confidence is very, very real. He's very little ego, hardly any. I don't think he has any. But inner confidence he's got a bunch of that. I like that Cooper Gates. I think that Altman should give it a shot. I mean, especially on the non-pro side. My boy Michael won a regional in 1998 in Staten Island as an amateur. He was 30 at the time when he won that. Went in there and beat all the New York boys, beat Parker Bowen in that regional. Not in a stepladder, but overall. Again, keep in mind for those of you locals, the WebMB and that Black Widow 2.0, what a deal in a pro shop. $200 gets you a new ball drilled, inners, outers, entry in the Audi Pro-Am, a $5,000 prize fund in the Pro-Am, 3 days of passes for the tournament. It is an unbelievable deal for $200. PBA senior event sponsored by Hammer, one of the Brunswick 7 brands. The Hammer line is fantastic. The great Bobby Learn is watching. Welcome aboard, Bobby. Bobby Learn, I hope you've entered our senior event here in April, sponsored by Hammer. We'd be honored. I didn't see your name on the list, but we're waiting for you, brother. Bobby Learn was voted in the United States Bowling Congress Hall of Fame, and I want to be at his induction ceremony. What a credit to the sport of bowling, state of Pennsylvania, the town of Erie, the PBA, the Senior Tour, Brunswick. A gifted bowler who at one time in his life was one of the 300 game leaders. Him and Jim Johnson out of Delaware had a great battle 30 years ago for the 300 race. And of course, one of the few bowlers to win $100,000 for bowling 300 on television. Did it in his hometown crowd, and Mike Quirk was there that day, and Mike Quirk is now on the live stream with Bobby. And I think alone that's really cool. Mike was in the arena that day when Bob bowled 300 and set the 4-game PBA record, which lasts from 1996 till now. I can't believe it's 25 years ago, bro. Where did time go? 25 years ago. Again, a great weekend for all of us here at Lightning Strikes, folks, and for all of you regulars that were on with us this weekend. We set our record, 75,000 minutes watched, 3,500 views on Saturday, and then of course, when a lot of people went home and watched it over the weekend. We could be 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 views by now, I don't know, but I want to thank, naturally, Walter Ray Williams and Sean Maldonado and Chris Barnes and Jacob Buttriff, Pontus Anderson, Thomas Larson, Brian Robinson, and our locals that made it, Ronnie Martin, Evan Baranicki, Tyler Altman, Carlos Granados. What a wonderful young man. He is fantastic. A great, great young bowler. Carlos Granados. So, our scratch events are obviously the most popular, and naturally, this weekend we are on the iRoof PBA Southern Regional non-champions event. And when the PBA Senior Tour gets here, I will be able to live stream the Pro-Am and have interviews, but I cannot live stream the tournament. Again, that is by no means an insult to us. We do not feel in any way are we hurt by it. I'm not. When I was player service director of the PBA, I had a contract with the PBA that no one else could come in that lot and be my competition for any reason, even if it was a display. So yes, Flow Bowling owns the rights to that tournament, and the PBA is honoring them by making sure that there's no other live streams going on. And I believe in that 100%. I don't feel that we're special here, they're special here. All of you will be able to watch Flow Bowling that weekend. I encourage it. And you'll see me walking around the crowd. Maybe they'll even invite me in a booth for a little interview here and there, I hope. They've had me in before. So we'll have them here with open arms, and we will be doing everything we can to make those seniors feel that they have a new place now in their schedule to look forward to every year. I can't wait. Robert Eddy can't wait. Our staff can't wait. Okay, we're going to watch Bruce Kaiser. Stay here for a while, watch Stolfer. He's perfect for the night now. Keep in mind, he has the first 17. Lisa Michelle watching the house. Let's go a little close-up live now and get right on top of Stolfer here and watch this shot. Watch the balance, the execution, slow footwork, dragging the feet. Doesn't really lift him, look. Boy, I'll tell you right now, he's halfway there, and it looks like a train starting to pick up speed. Look out, ladies and gentlemen. Look out. What I like is he's on one of the higher pairs, less lineage on those higher panel and lower panel pairs. Panels not as used as the ones in the middle. They're a little cleaner. Oil might hold up a little longer. All of that is a factor in today's game. Again, we're at the halfway point. Now, we're going to be watching Dave Stouffer, obviously, with the first 18. We don't want to miss that. So I'm going to be really keeping the camera on him basically until he misses. But we are looking, obviously, for Audi Awards. We have 3 right now. James Oswalt, Dave Stouffer, and Brett Herbat. So we have 3 after game 1. Then the World Series of Bowling will be starting now in Florida soon. Next week there's qualifying for it. Stouffer's bowling it this coming weekend, Evan Baranicki. A lot of pros have been in Florida now for a month. Some of them struggling, not bowling well in the Players Championship and not bowling well in the Tournament of Champions. So all of a sudden there's some big names off to bad starts. I don't want to mention them, but it's amazing when you look at some of the guys that have made nothing in all those events so far, and very disappointing. The big money events are gone. They're going to have to pump it up now, get ready for the U.S. Open and the Masters in Reno. David Stouffer now for number 19. And there's 19. And if you watch his body language, you know what he's thinking, and I don't have to say a word. Just watch it. All right. How are you, Ray? Ray Stevens, one of our great sponsors here, Paramount Residential Mortgage Group. It's the 3rd month he added $300 to the 9-pin note tap this weekend. Then he stays around for the whole event. And then he hands out the checks with Mary. It's Jerry McElanick bowling tonight. One of our sponsors for Roll Palm Real Estate. And Brian Copeland will be here tomorrow for Paradise Regional Market. we have now iRoof coming in this weekend, joining our sponsors group, and Budweiser will be wrapping the live booth. So we are growing in leaps and bounds with added money from very, very nice people who believe in the world of bowling and Robert Eddy's dream. I have never seen, and I mean this sincerely, a group of bowlers and local businesses jump on a bandwagon like this. This is amazing. Now keep in mind, when he bought the place 2 years ago, no one sponsoring. Now we got 7 or 8, and it seems like they're all saying they want to do it. I mean, they're not. They came and offered. We didn't have to really ask a lot. They came and offered, and we feel that we're delivering, and that's our job, is to give them their money's worth, and our bowlers. And I think they realize how happy our bowlers are, so it's just been fantastic. Now, David Stouffer right now for number 20. Now, keep in mind, he's a great athlete, a great shot maker. All of us locally know it, but for some of you that don't really watch our live stream a lot that might be on tonight, this man is fantastic. He beat Norm Duke in last year's Masters. David Stouffer for number 20. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, ooh, he got a break. That's 20, and he's pumped. And you know he's thinking it. We're all thinking it. That's a shirt company, I believe, Cooper. One of these new shirt companies. I don't know enough about it. I believe it's new. I believe that he got asked to be on it along with Mike Alshire and Evan Baranecki. I don't know who's involved in it. Now, there have been bowlers in the past that have got out of the box locally with 2-300s. It's happened a few times here. I saw it happen at Friendship Lanes in my early years here. It was a fellow named Steve Detchkowski, Steve G, who got out of the box back-to-back 300s. And somebody else did within the last few years since I've been here, I believe. I saw it in Morgantown, West Virginia, with a fellow named Ashton Johnson. Start off a night with back-to-back 300s. It's thrilling. There's no doubt about it. No, it's not Bowler X. If it is Bowler X, yeah, I'm seeing. I don't think it's Bowler X. Bowler X is out of Philadelphia. Oh, there's a baby. Hello, my baby.
See Papa Litchi.
I got a guest in here tonight. Bring my guest in. Evan Baranecki here with a guest.
You're on TV.
Come on a little closer.
You're on TV.
Evan Baranecki now babysitting.
Look, you're on TV.
Look, you're on TV.
Say hi.
Yes, you're on TV. Say hello. We like to bring our guests in, ladies and gentlemen, our future women bowler of the years.
That's it.
That's it.
It's got the Stewart blood.
Now you're watching this right here, right?
You're on TV.
Evan, you're watching this, right?
Oh, not surprising.
That's the first 20.
Excuse me?
That's the first 20.
First 20
That's the first 20.
through 300 the first game.
Usually if it's the first 20,
Yeah.
there's a 300 in there. I want you to think about that. We've been watching, and the pair is not breaking down. The pair's on that high end where they're cold and a little less used.
We got to go for a walk.
And we are watching this, and we are extremely excited. I want you to stay with me
Yeah.
because we could be watching something that we might not forget.
Yeah, this is,
I hope we don't forget it.
Yeah.
So I think that we have to stay on it. And I think our viewers are starting to understand that this is the real deal. Got a lot of our locals on and national friends. Come on, House, get it? The House with a messenger. We've had 300 so far. Brett Herbot,
Tonight?
James with handicap.
Oh my goodness.
James Oswald and David 300 alone. So we've had 3 car wins so far. And here's a 315 on 23 and 4 and a 305 on 23 and 4. Check this out, folks. 315 and 305. So we're up to 5 cars now that we know of.
Comes Dave.
And on a beautiful Tuesday evening in Southwest Florida, NA 313 here on 25. There's 6.
Look at this.
So we have at least 6 that we know of right now, folks.
How the lanes playing there? Do you see any difference
I just
in ball reaction? Or
just holding up a little bit longer. Yeah, no transition yet.
Okay.
What I would call that mammoth move.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
37,
Dave Stouffer
38.
for number 21.
He likes it.
Oh, no. No, no, no. Oh, that's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Oh, I can't stand it.
That was a great shot.
That was a great shot.
Liked it.
They've all been great. Let me check the scores up close here.
The ice.
And we have lots. I think we have 6 awards already tonight. Keep in mind, the most ever in the league has been 13
13 in one night?
in one night early in the season. But watch, you'll see it right here.
We're on pace. That's it.
You got a 313 on 25.
Look at that. Lots. Lots of strikes.
We've got 6 that we know of. And David, unbelievably, leaving a stone 10.
Vicious.
And Lauren's 10 Hills record will live another evening.
What is the record?
879. Most David could do now is tie it. So the record lives. You know, Ryan Tamburino, if he got
If he didn't get 5 in the
5 on the filler, he's 880.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't know if he's still 300. You can say all the what ifs you want.
Yeah, right.
But have you talked to him much, Tamburino,
I haven't talked to him very much, actually.
since that night?
No, I haven't.
How did you feel about that after watching that night? Here's you bring your friend in, and he's 875.
I told him that I probably won't ever see anything like that ever again. You just don't ever see that.
Yeah,
I mean, it was.
I never saw that.
I mean, it was just incredible.
First
I
3
mean,
games ever, 875. I never saw that.
And
Nope. Not
And
in 60 years.
None of them, like no messengers,
Yep.
no roll 2 pin, no trip. I mean, maybe a trip 4, but like all the other ones there, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
flush.
I've never seen first 3 in a house
It
like
was-
that. That is
was
a
incredible.
remarkable.
Or just 875.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I
agree.
don't think I'll ever see 870 like that.
I'll agree. I only
I'll take the under.
I only saw it once. I saw 899. And it was in a town. It was in a town where I was in. The first night I was in that town, I watched the guy bowled 899 in Saginaw, Michigan.
Really?
2006. Me, Petraglia, Ozio, and Buckley saw it.
Really?
All of us saw it after dinner. We went into the house. Nobody was moving. The guy's got the first 8. The bleachers are up for the practice session the next day for the first Generations Bowling Tour tournament. And I says to this girl, "Why is the whole house stopping when the guy's got the first 8?" She looks at me and says, "He's on the first 32." I said, "Oh,
I understand.
Oh.
I understand.
they
now.
don't ever. The whole house never stops for the first 8. This isn't 1962.
Yeah.
You know, everybody bowls. You know." Anyways, he gets the first 35. His name was Trey Lambert.
That's
Tripped the 4-7, left a 10 for 899. He gets up to throw the 12th ball. Nobody's making a noise. And a cell phone rings as he's got the ball in his hand and he's getting set. And he sets it down, he smiles, he laughs, and they all start cheering him on. And then the place gets totally silent. And he tripped a 4-7, left a 10. 899
I would be shaking
in
out of my socks.
early September, late September, early October of 2006.
That's
Yeah.
that's unheard of.
Trey Lambert.
That's unheard of. Jessica Barrett wins a car.
Yes.
308.
Oh, you got a car, you too?
Just now she did.
And Brett got one, and you got one. So Jessica got one. Brett,
Look at
Brett got-
this,
So
308.
husband and wife now set a record. Both
Look
winning
at
a
this.
car in the same evening. Let's check
Boom.
that out.
Boom.
And there it is right there. Jess in the game before him, her husband Brett.
A little 270. Shake it
And
off.
there's a 302, so we're up to 8 right now. 8 after game 2.
Can Jerry get one if he punches? He's on 270 pace.
No,
Okay.
no. We know we've got 8 in the bank.
Sorry, Jerry.
No, he didn't throw a tantrum about the phone. He laughed, and he put the ball down, turned around.
Nate Garcia is on.
You have a friend on?
Mr. Nate Garcia.
Nate Garcia?
He says that means the Nunsky.
No,
That's exactly what it
So
means.
Nate wants to look at you and Litchy. Say
He
hi
does.
to Nate.
Hello, Nathaniel.
Nathaniel
Miss that guy.
Garcia. Oh, Nathaniel.
That's well, I mean, Elise is dating Nate, but that is Elise Bolton's boyfriend. I worded that right for you, Nate.
I got
I did.
Nate's
That's-
Nate's with his
So-
Nate Evans with his grandfather Larry.
So there was Giorgio was at a tournament one time, and that's Dario's boyfriend.
Yeah. Okay.
And somebody walked up and said, "Oh, you're Dario's boyfriend," and he goes, "No, like, like Dario's my girlfriend." So it's the way they worded it.
Is Daria back here yet?
No, I think her and Verdi got their visa though.
They got
So I think
their
they will
visa.
be, I think they'll be coming
Yeah.
fairly soon, a couple
Yeah.
weeks.
And tell me about your feelings this weekend after bowling the event. What was your thoughts overall, not only about your own bowling, but everything else?
Oh, it was, first of all, that was a great opportunity for me to get some reps in against that type of field in my own house, not having to travel anywhere, and get kind of it was basically like a tour stop. Felt like
Oh, yes, it
was.
was.
I mean, it was stacked.
If you looked at those top 24, I said that. There's no
Oh.
weak links in this spot.
No, absolutely
no
not.
weak links in those top 24.
So it was great. It
Yeah.
was great to be able to have that
Yeah,
kind of a field
yeah.
in my backyard as preparation for some tournaments that I have coming up. And
Who impressed you the most that you never
wow.
saw before? Like a bowler you really never watched closely?
that's tough. I've never gotten to see Barnes in person and really bowled with him.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was a no-brainer. You already knew how good he is.
Well, yeah, we all did.
But Maldonado, I gotta say, he's tough, man.
Maldonado
he
impressed
looks
me.
like he looks like he's playing a different sport all the time. Like he don't even look like he even cares in the slightest.
Yeah, he's
But
unique mentally.
He just lets his ball do the talking.
And he won that regional
Yeah.
in Brandon.
Yep, I bowled next to him. At
So he
that
come in and
regional.
made 5,000 in a 4-day period.
Yep.
That's called an assassin when
He-
they do that and go back to back 100 miles apart. That's not that easy, you know. I'm sorry.
He just
Back to back against those fields, 100 miles apart. That's great bowling.
he just lets his ball do the talking, and I think that it's just impressive. It was just impressive to watch, and his ball strikes a lot.
Well,
Good Lord, does it roll good?
I
man.
think when we're dealing
Wow.
with greatness, and that's why we're so honored when
Oh,
they
yeah.
come here, there's always somebody going to shine.
course.
Stu Williams' 2 games against Walter Ray was from another planet. First 10, solid 9, and you're not thinking for 1 minute that the next game's going to be better than that.
Sure.
Especially, the breakdown, the possibility of pocket leaves that you don't strike. And all of a sudden, he's got 7 in a row, and I'm thinking, my God, he's got a shot at the $1,000.
Yeah.
And then it's 8-9, and he goes 589 with a solid 9. Could have went back-to-back threes.
Oh yeah. And it just doesn't surprise anybody. I mean,
No.
those guys are just that good.
Oh, yes.
They see that. They see this all the time. That's the thing. I mean, the thing that separates the men from the boys is just decision making and experience. I mean, there's no doubt when they have to make moves or crazy ball changes. They just know.
Now, this weekend you're bowling. Tell everybody what you're bowling in this weekend.
So on Friday, we have the PTQ for the World Series.
The Pro Tour qualifier. Now,
Yep.
how does that work?
I believe we bowl 8 games.
Now, if you qualify, you're allowed to bowl
The World Series.
in every World Series event, and there's 4 of them.
Yes.
And then your 32.
And then I think-
then your totals get
Well,
you
they
into
have-
the big one.
They have 4. They have 4 animal patterns, I believe, and then they also have the Roth home and doubles.
Now, the animal patterns, if you qualify 8 games in every tournament, your 8 games go towards that big one.
Correct.
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 So you're bowling, even though you're bowling 4,
You're bowling for the World
you're
Championship.
bowling for the World Championship. What's first place in that?
By the way, still we're
Oh,
at
I'm-
575.
I'm not sure. 575. That's all. Oh, we've been talking.
You talking about it?
Oh yeah, of
I
course.
didn't know that.
You got the first. You got the first 20.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, first 20.
Leave on.
So, leave bowling. So, you have to qualify, then you're in.
Yep.
And you're going to stay up there and bowl them all. You're not going to come home, right?
No.
And
Hopefully.
what house is it in?
Fingers crossed, people.
What
Fingers
house
crossed.
is it in? A university?
It is at the same center that I bowled at. I bowled the players. I believe it is. I think it is University.
AMF University.
Yeah.
I bowled there. I bowled for a SASBA title there.
It's a nice house.
In 2000.
It's a nice
I bowled
house.
for a title there in one of my losses, of course. I bowled for a SASBA title there
Oh, okay.
and lost to a lefty, and he beat me good. Forget his name, but he was good. And how you feeling? You
Pretty
ready?
good. I feel pretty good.
feel
I
pretty
learned
good?
a lot from this past weekend.
Yeah.
So it's just a constant learning curve. It's just
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to get better every day. And
Yeah. How tough was that pair you were on in match play? How tough was that pair?
oh, that was a very tough pair.
What was going on there?
I think a lot of it had to do with Brian and how he just played the lanes, really put a damper on how I could play the lanes because he was so far left of me and just chewed all of the oil left of me. So I had no
What
hold.
was it, 340 to 330? It was,
Yeah.
it was horrible.
Yeah, it wasn't very pretty. I think I didn't ask him about it, but if I had to guess, I think that was more of a defense strategy because his look wasn't very good at all either. I mean, he didn't wax me by any means, but his ball never split. So, fortunately for him, he was able to leave some things that he could pick up. For me, I just never had any. I never had any makeable spares that I could really, keep any pressure on him. The momentum was all on him the whole time. And
That was one of the lowest scoring matches. It was back and forth, both of you giving it to each other.
Absolutely.
And I was saying it the whole match. Well, no, he's giving it But what shocked me is how good you guys had bowled here all week together in
Yeah.
all the other events.
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden, two guys that can strike in this house can't get a double.
Yeah,
Amazing.
My ball reaction was just not very good.
Yeah.
I can't really speak for him. I don't really know what he was feeling. I never really talked to him
Who
about
knows?
it
It was
afterwards.
shocking. I would never bet on that because they're two very good bowlers, and he had been bowling very well here, and you had been bowling, great the last 2-3 weeks. So had he, and both of you were averaging 240 going into that tournament. Both of you qualified. I'm not figuring 180s and 170s. I don't think anybody was. 170s, 160s. There's no way to figure it.
Sure.
Just goes to show you. They say the game's easy. Well, it ain't that easy.
It's
It's not that easy.
that lane. The oil's invisible, and you're just you're just hoping for.
As good as both of you are and had been bowling since he had come down here from Morgantown,
Right.
I would never, ever had bet on that score. For both of you, forget it.
Oh, I mean, while I was bowling, I mean, I felt so just locked. I knew I didn't have any swing. I had no hold at all. I tried going left. I tried switching balls, and I just couldn't get any rhythm going at all. So.
Well, we want to wish you a lot of luck. We know you're going to bowl here tomorrow, and you're missing the eye roof, so you won't be here for that.
Well, it's not necessarily true. Well, yeah, so the sweeper, hopefully, I mean, I probably will.
So you're going to bowl Friday night for the sweep.
But if I don't qualify through the PTQ, I will be bowling the non-champions event here.
Okay.
But
It's a lot of driving back and forth.
I'm really hoping that's not the case.
I agree with you. You want to
I
go.
would
You want to
much
get
rather
in the
not.
big one. I would rather see you in the big one.
Yeah.
All of us would. The non-champions event is not nearly prestigious as the big one. You get in that. That alone, just the fact that you could qualify and get in it,
Sure.
is unbelievable.
Sure.
Well, we want to wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Larry. I appreciate
I'm
it.
sure you'll have your friends rooting for you online as they live stream it.
I sure
And,
hope so. All the support means a lot. I really appreciate it
it's
more
nice-
than you guys know.
It's nice to have an audience behind you. I'll
Oh,
tell you what,
man.
when they're yelling for you,
That-
over the cell phones, it means a lot.
Yeah, that scratch tournament we had here when I bowled Carlos that first match, I just felt the audience, and it
Yeah.
was just the most amazing feeling for me.
Yeah.
I am very grateful. Not really sure what I did to have so many people root for me, but I am just beyond
Well,
grateful.
you
Beyond
have a
belief.
demeanor about you that's very comforting to people that know you. They like your demeanor. They like your words. You're very mature for your age, and you're a great bowler, and you got local support, and you don't let it get to your head. You're not an ego head. You're just a nice young man trying your heart out, and I think people recognize that. And the high ego guys, I remember Marshall Holman at your age, that people couldn't stand him.
Yeah,
He was obnoxious. He was insulting. He was a poor loser. As he got older, he cleaned it up a little bit. But in his early 20s on that tour, the audience would boo him.
right.
They did not like him.
I mean, at the end of the day, you just got to realize we're playing a game. I mean, we're playing a game. Everybody.
Yeah.
Brad actually told me that the distance between the pins is the same from everybody. I mean, it's not like one person has an advantage. You still got to knock 10 pins down. So,
Well, in my life,
win, lose, or draw.
in my life, I saw the greatest charismatic players that could draw you in, and I also saw the ones that could draw you out.
Sure.
But you're one that draws them in. You have the ability to be aggressive, to be a top quality player, but you never show anything on the lanes that I would say is insultive in any way.
No, and I never. That's never ever going to be a goal of mine. I never wish to do that.
I know that. I think that's what we recognize, though. We see your intensity and your focus, but
Oh, don't get me wrong. I want to win.
Oh yeah. Oh, no
I
question.
certainly don't want to come in second.
No, I agree with you. What we don't see is somebody pouting, moaning, throwing, swearing, effing.
Well, I think a lot of it is because I'm my own worst enemy, and I don't blame anything else but myself. So, if there's anybody that's gonna, if there's any negative feedback, I don't need it from anybody else.
Yeah.
I give it to myself enough, and it's never really negative. It's just more of constructive criticism and trying to make better decisions and learn from my mistakes.
Yeah, well, you have a thinking. You're a thinker. You're a scientist out there. I'm sure you got that with Randy and Del at Kegel. I think they taught you how to think.
Well, a lot of
And
it.
your coaches made sure that you didn't abuse
Yeah.
the game. It's not the game's fault if you're not striking.
Well, a lot of it is. I mean, I've gotten whooped plenty of times. I mean, I've lost more than I've succeeded. So you just try to learn from them and try not to make the same mistakes again. And you try to keep it in your memory bank. And when that problem arises again, you know what to do next time instead of look like a deer in the headlights.
Yeah. Well, we're very proud of you. You have a lot of fans here, Evan.
No, I'm
one of your
so
fans.
grateful. So grateful.
I want to see you win one before my day is done here. I want to see you come home a PBA champion, where I could honestly say to myself, I remember a little boy and he became a champion. That's thrilling for an older man to see that. A lot of us have seen it. I saw it with Pete Weber. I knew him as a young boy. Norm Duke as a young boy. I saw them win. And they're my friends for life. And you certainly got the skill level. I mean, you could beat them. You get locked in, you could beat them.
That means a lot, man.
Oh, I know. We know. Anybody that bowls knows. That's seen you bowl. You can beat people. The question is getting the experience and having an opportunity. And now you have an opportunity right in your backyard,
Right.
which is wonderful to have an opportunity in your backyard. And Robert Hilton now with 7 in a row. Now your mother was here watching you Saturday?
Yeah, means the world to me. Whenever my mom can come out and watch.
Yeah. She's
I miss
cool.
my dad. I miss my dad coming to watch. But I know he's always there. So
Yeah.
They mean more to me than they know. I was lucky, man. I had the best parents.
Well, a lot of it's parental, there's no doubt about it.
It's not every day you get to call your parents your best friends, too. So.
Yeah. Well, she's not your friend. How do you like that? He was just talking about his best friends and you stuck your tongue out at him.
Yeah, she's on a different planet.
Did you guys bowl juniors together? You're a little older than him, right? You didn't bowl junior league.
Yeah, I'm 20. I'll be 29.
Bowled the same house, though. Bowled across the pond.
Across the pond.
Across the pond over the bridge.
I don't remember Jess, what center did you bowl at?
I'm sorry?
What center did you start at?
She bowled
I started
Carl.
at Coral.
She bowled Carl.
Oh, really?
When I had the pro shop there, she was a customer of mine
Oh, I
when she
didn't
was a
know
kid. I drilled her some balls.
That was when they used to have like the three
Yeah,
divisions,
the
right?
Jaguars, the Tigers, the Lions.
Yeah.
Now we're up to about 8 or 9 Audis tonight, folks, and with 800 possibilities and game 3. Keep in mind, only twice have we went over 10 in the league. I think we had an 11 and a 13. Imagine that. So we got a shot at that tonight.
We got a pop. We got a pop.
We got a pop.
We got a pop.
And of course, we will be back tomorrow night with all of you.
All right, Luke, I'm going to go in the
All
pro
right,
shop.
all right, going to pro shop.
see-
Good talking with you. Good luck
to
this weekend.
Thank you, everybody.
The great Evan Baranecki.
Appreciate
we'll have
you all.
him in the booth again soon. Just a wonderful, gifted bowler. I always like to bring Evan in because he's so articulate, and of course, graduating Weber and being coached by Randy Stoughton and Del Warren. That isn't a dream come true. And Ruben, we're blessed to have Kegel in Florida. watch Robert Hilton now. Robert Hilton, all of you have seen him many times on our live stream. He is a great bowler. And we're going to watch Robert right now, coming up behind Scott Cobb. Now Robert Hilton, originally from Jamaica. Wow, that ball held, and look at that. Robert loving it, and he is cool. Robert's a favorite in here. Let's check now for high scores. Let's check 11 and 12 and see what we got. No, nothing there. Let's watch Chrissy Stewart right here. Looks like she's struggling a little lately. Such a good bowler. That's Brad Stewart's mother. She's still got it. Still tough. Now Stolford does have a chance for 800, so keep in mind he has 800 in the wood. He's already bowled 300 today, so he could get 2 cars to give away. And that's what he usually does, is he lets somebody win him. Well, Walter, thank you so much. Walter, we try very hard here at Lightning Strikes, all of us. This live stream has been brought to you by our owner, Robert Eddy, who's invested heavily in this system. We have about 16 cameras we use. And but it's paid off because we can bring it into your living room. We have a lot of our locals in the region watching, their relatives and friends, people they work with, people they've known in their lives, schoolmates, families, sponsors. And we feel right now as a team that the live stream on weekends has been extremely successful with all of our events. This weekend we have the iRoof PBA Southern Regional Open. It is a non-champions event. If you've never won a PBA event, you are eligible in the 50 and over, 49 and under groups. Sam Zurich will be here, the Southern Region Tournament Director for many years, running the event. Then we have our 40 and over, 50 and over coming on Saturdays. A Heinz 57 coming again in March. And in the end of March, the Eddie Foods 5-gamer, $5,000 guaranteed first place in that event. And then, of course, the PBA Senior Tour. We will be live streaming everything up to the first day of qualifying in the Senior Tour. Flow Bowling has the rights to that live stream, and we want to honor that. So I will be able to do the Pro-Am on Saturday, the Audi Pro-Am. We're going to have a lot of guests sitting with me, a lot of legends. But Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, it's Flow Bowling show, and quite frankly, I'm glad. I would like to be a spectator in that event and not an announcer, and just be in the back with all the viewers and chilling and watching like I used to as player service director. For me, it's sort of a break, and I could use it. Those are the pros. Those are the guys that do it weekly for the tour. And we're honored to have Flow Bowling here doing it. And I got a chance to have a nice, easy Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I'm just hanging out, watching, being a spectator. And for me, quite frankly, during a major event, that is just fine. Flow Bowling does an unbelievable job. I was watching their coverage from the Tournament of Champions in our pro shop. We had it on the other day, and those guys are great. Thank God for that. Imagine that. You got a pro shop, you can put that on for all your customers. That's just fantastic. Or if you're a subscriber, you sit home and watch the best in the world in your living room, and don't get any better than that. Sit down, have a beer, have dinner, and watch bowling. What's better than that? Keep in mind, 8 Audis as we know it tonight. Several large strings this game. And we will have another evening in the history books tonight. This is week 28 of the league. David Forbes, the general manager of Audi, will be bowling tomorrow night. And he is donating, personally giving Johnny Petraglia a check for $5,000 for Johnny's charity here on Saturday, April 10th, which I will live stream. That is the Audi Pro-Am. You're all welcome to come in. If you buy a ball, you can bowl in a Pro-Am, or just buy a Pro-Am entry, $55, $55. You can bowl with the greatest that ever lived, and you get 3 days of passes. What a deal. $5,000 guaranteed in a prize fund by Audi. And we are going to have an auction and try and make some extra money for Johnny's charity over and above the $5,000. Johnny Petraglia, my dear friend, heavily involved in this Vietnam charity for vets with Agent Orange, illnesses from that horrible war. And John fought in Vietnam and has run many charity events in New Jersey at Carolier Lanes when the Pro Tour went there. So John has done this before, and Dave Forbes' dad was a Vietnam veteran who is still alive and very ill, and David wanted to do something on behalf of himself and his dad. What a wonderful, wonderful gesture. The man responsible for sponsoring this league, him and Robert Eddy have become very close. Our owner and Lightning Strikes, Oaks Farm, Seat to Table, Audi of Fort Myers have all revitalized this bowling center. It's a great success story in a day where bowling is struggling. Let's check 33 and 4 out and see if we can see any 800s. Nope. It's the end of that. The glare is too much. The screen is too white, if you will. Can't see a thing. Now, Jess Herbat, who bowled 308 last game, has really got a good game. And this season, I think with all the ladies tournaments here and this league and just the action, has sort of got a little more, if you will, involved. A lot of times when there isn't much going on in a region, bowlers get a little complacent. There's nothing to pump up, nothing to really bowl for. Might be a league. There's Eric Stone, the weatherman. Now, the weatherman's interesting. He's got 55 300s, and he gets pumped when he starts striking. And the reason we call him the weatherman is he does the weather on Fox here in Fort Myers. He is a meteorologist and works for a Fox network here. Thank you, Bob Mason, for the kind words. Mr. Mason, hope you're doing well in Morgantown. So we have Jess Herbat. That's going to be coming up shortly. And Jess got a really nice game. And it seems like this year she's gotten aggressive, bought some new balls, bowling with her husband. And You watch her physical game and watch how good she is. Now, this is a lady where it's a hobby. She doesn't bowl a lot of tournaments. But you can imagine if she was to. I mean, if she really got committed, and it's tough for a lot of people. They got to work every day. They got their families and their husbands to take care of and whatnot. But watch the physical game on this young lady. It's really great. Watch her footwork and her arm swing. That's beautiful. How's that? Come on. She had 299 earlier, and she's good. And this year has sort of brought her back a little bit and given her the desire to bowl. I guess, you got a chance to win 2 days in a $70,000 car. Maybe that'll wake you up a little bit. Now, for me personally, being that my newest car is 30 or 21 years old, then my next one is 22 years old, and my next one is 26 years old. My 3 cars are 95, a 97, and a 98. So wait a minute. 24, 23, and 26 years of age. I do not own a car with a 2 on it. Period. And my RV is a 92. Period. Everything I own is from 92 to 98. And you might say, well, what's wrong with me? And my answer is, there was something about the 90s. I guess that's the only thing I can come up with. We're going to go right here now with Eric Stone, not Rob Stone. In fact, one night I was interviewing him here after he threw 300, and I called him Rob Stone. He says to me, it's Eric, and I went, whoops. Nice going, Larry. Anyways, he's won the World Championship of Pinball. He is the world champion last year. He won it. At 367 finalists, was considered to be the #1 pinball machine player in the world. We're going to watch the house here for Lisa. The house rolling the deuce. And now we're going to get back here and let Jimmy Coates, the lefty, right here bowl. That a boy, Jimmy. Jimmy, a Vietnam veteran. Always wears that hat. Yeah, now look at this. Tom has got a shot for an Audi. There's 8 of them. Now here goes Eric Stone, Fox 4 weather. No! Solid 9. Got it in a little. Now we're going to go back to Jess Herbot, and we're going to watch Jess. Now keep in mind, her husband, Brett, won a car in Game 1. Jess won one in Game 2. So she has a chance to win one in Game 3. And she might have 800. So she might have 3 tonight and him have 1 as 4. That could be 1 car for an 8-dayer. What do you think? 1 car for an 8-dayer, free, with a tank of gas. What a wonderful, wonderful evening it would be to watch that. again, I want to thank all of you, all my regulars, especially Cooper and Ajayk, John W. Sr., Kent Lee's been a regular lately, and many more, Leon Bailey. Let's watch this very talented young lady for number 9. Come on, hard, hard, hard. That a girl. That's her bot. Isn't that nice? How about that game, folks, huh? If you're going to teach a lady how to bowl, you take a video of her on your cell phone and you show the young bowler, this is what you're supposed to look like, and this is the size of your steps, and this is where your swing needs to be. I'm sitting here with Brad Stewart. We're watching Jess Herbot, who's on 9.
That's what I was going to tell you.
Oh yeah, I've been talking about her.
Just making sure.
Well, yeah, I'm just
She's
letting
got like
every-
820 in the wood.
I know she's got 820.
830 maybe?
I'm telling everybody how beautiful her game is, and if you're going to teach somebody, a young lady to bowl, that's the
I
game.
wish I could throw it like that.
So do I. That's the perfect game, you know.
Yeah.
It really
She
is.
strokes it, but she has enough rev rate to get it to
And and she's,
Tip.
she's revitalized herself. I think got a little excited with all the ladies tournaments here in this good league. Seems like she's dedicated herself this year.
She cares again.
Bought a few new bowling balls, you know. And
Yeah, before
so now, tell me about your first PBA event. What'd you think?
that was pretty fun.
Tell me what it was like knowing your mother was once a touring pro, and now you had finally, went to that pinnacle where your mother crossed that 25
That's pretty
years
cool.
ago, and then all of a sudden there you were.
That's pretty cool, especially. Oh, I'm up. Give me 1 second.
Go ahead. We're going to get with Brad Stewart because he bowled his first PBA event this past weekend, and his mother was the 1994 PBA Rookie of the Year, and of course she's bowling tonight. But in Brad's case, he's the son of a lady legend, in a small association in Southwest Florida where there was 2 legends, Chrissy Stewart and Ricky Ward in the 90s. And of course now he's become a PBA member. So mother and son were both professionals. You can always see father and son. I mean, that's pretty normal, Basically, a kid grows up, the dad was good. Not too many mother and sons, if you think about it. A very rare feat, if you think about it. Mother and sons. Laverne Carter's son, Jimmy Carter, Don Carter's son, was a pro. Who else mother and son? Help me out there, folks. Mother with a title. In case of Rookie of the Year is not a title, but it's a great acknowledgement. We're going to get Brad in here. I was just telling our audience how rare it is to have a mother and son become pros, not a father and sons.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
we talk about that with the tournaments. When we bowl, and there's not a lot of.
Move over a little towards me.
Sorry.
So now, were you thinking about that your mother once did this when you got there? Did it cross your mind, or you're just about your
I
own
definitely
bowling?
thought about it. But I
yeah.
also took such a low end mindset to it, right? So I've always thought of myself as sort of a house mouse, right? I bowl on house shots. I don't travel around. I don't do this.
Yeah.
So, I got my card just because all of this is in our backyard, right? Usually the World Series is in Vegas
Right.
or
The
anything
backyard
like that.
does help.
Yeah, absolutely. So I, she went 9.
Oh, Jess did?
Yep.
Jess went high. We missed it.
She went 4 pin.
Let's see. She went 4 pin. Sorry about that, folks. Has she got 800 in the wood?
Yeah, because she had 820, 830. So she should. I don't know the exact scores. Well, she went 47, 78.
So this game here.
So she needs to fill here.
Oh yeah, she's got 8 in the wood. She got 3 cards tonight. And her
Yeah.
husband got 1.
No, 2 cars, right?
Well, she had one last game, one this game, and one for
this game.
800.
Yeah, I forgot this game. Yeah.
That's a 3-fer.
That's a 3 for.
There's never been a 4-fer.
No, that'd be pretty impressive. That's a big set.
That is a big set. Let's see what her total is here now. There it is there.
I think she had 825, so that's 804. If I did the math correctly in my head real quick.
She's got a monster. She's got 3 cars. I know that.
Yeah.
Let's see what it looks like here.
Well, it's not going to pop up yet because we're not finished, but her handicap, she gets 30 pins, so she shot 309 there.
308?
308.
30 something.
Oh, she went 9 there. Okay, yeah, 308.
So in other words, getting back to your mom, go ahead. I'm really curious because very seldom, like I said, in the world of bowling, have we had a lady pro who was a rookie of the year and then a son become a pro. So what was going on now?
It was just I was taking it very. I was trying not to put a lot of pressure on myself.
Yeah.
And I was successful with that. Right.
Yeah.
I'm coming to. I told Evan on the way up. I'm coming to get my toes wet.
Yeah.
Just to try it. It's in our backyard. I want to just try.
Were you
You
close,
never know if you don't
Were
try.
you close to a finals?
So the last game, I switched balls, game 6, and went front 4, stone 9, blower 7, 3 baggers. So I could have sheeted for 68.
Yeah.
I split in the 10th for 34.
Yeah.
If I would have sheeted for 68, I would have been 7th and made the step line. I almost missed a check because I split. That's how tight it was.
Nice bowling. 3 cars.
Thank you. Yes.
Are you going to get in the car rental business? You should be renting them now for $100 a day. Just heard about with 3 cars tonight. So you did make money.
Yes, I cashed. Yeah.
You cashed.
And that was the goal, right?
Yeah,
First PBA regional.
Get a check.
that
Don't
is
leave as a
the
donator.
goal.
Yes.
That is the
Don't
goal.
donate.
My expectations, I did not think I was getting a check. 100% I did not think I was going to. Did you see that field?
I saw the field. You're bowling
It was-
against Barnes
it
and
was a tour
Maldonado
stop.
and
It was a
Brian
tour
and
stop.
Tommy Jones. Who knows who else?
Lavery Spars.
Spars.
Jacob Buttriff.
Jacob
He
Buttriff.
averaged 260 here on the
And
chart.
Maldonado won it back-to-back wins here and there. Made 5,000 in 4 days.
Yeah.
That's a nice little score.
Frankie made 200 grand in back-to-back weekends.
Frankie made 200. Frankie made 200,000.
100,000 and then 100,000.
Well, he didn't take a pay cut for the second week.
No,
That's a
he
bonus.
showed up on yesterday when we were bowling or whatever. So I talked to him, congratulated him or whatever. But I had very low expectations. But the one major goal was just to get a check.
You know, Jimmy Salisbury from New Jersey just said that Joan Mack and Tim Mack, the legendary Tim Mack,
I know Timmy
was
Mack.
a mother and son, both pros.
Okay.
Joan was a PWBA member,
Okay.
and of course Tim Mack PBA.
We're-
It's a rare thing with
It's
mother
rare.
and son.
Absolutely, I'm sure.
I mean, father and son is, it's probably
Yeah.
100 father and sons that did.
Have you seen Parker Bones' kids bowl?
Oh, they're unbelievable.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Parker Bones' 2 sons, and the daughter just had 315.
Yeah.
They've all had 300s now. The mother, the father, and the 3 kids.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Let me go finish.
All right,
Good
go
talking to you.
finish. Oh, yes, sir. Good talking. Brad Stewart, just a wonderful, very, very nice man who runs a bingo hall here in Fort Myers. Him and his mother and father own bingo halls. Bingo legal here, and Brad manages and owns one of their 3 venues. We got action here on 27 and 8, folks. Let's watch this here. So we've had about 9 or 10 wins so far tonight. Scott Whiteleather with 1. We could set the record tonight. Scott Whiteleather with 820. He's got 2 tonight. And Scott Cooper right there looking good. One of those nights where the lanes have held up and it's cold in here. And when it's cold, they don't break down as much, that's for sure. Now that's big Ron Lushart on 8 in a row. Donnie Schwartz, 800. We're going to have 15 wins tonight, folks. 15 Audis tonight. This will be the record. I don't know how many, but I'll get them counted up tomorrow night. I'll give everybody the report. Oh, Leslie Bones, fantastic. Leslie Bones' sister Ron Lushart with 9. There he is with the fancy bowling pin shirt. Look at that. Looks like a walking billboard. That's funny. The walking billboard, Ron Lushart, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, car tonight? Donnie had 800. Scratch? Donnie had 800 scratch tonight, Ashley Schwartz. I didn't know that. You got any? Big scores. Did you get a car tonight, Mindy?
I shot 592 for my first 600. That's my highest series ever.
5. You look better than that. You bowled great yesterday on Sunday, incidentally. Nice bowling. Threw the ball good.
That's the highest I've ever bowled.
Well, you're getting inspired. It's called inspiration.
Well, even tonight I went 193, 223, 176.
Now Stouffer, who had 575 going in, and Stouffer going to shoot 824, and that's a car. He's got 2 tonight.
I got another one.
We got 15, 16 car wins tonight from another planet tonight. Broke the league record tonight.
That is a lot.
Did you get any tonight?
I got one.
And Scott Cobb, my God, it could be 20.
That's 4 in a row.
4 in a row. You don't have to buy a new car. All you got to do is bowl the league.
I just tell Barry Slides every time he goes, oh, I'll just leave one open tab for you. And a bowling ball.
Now Stouffer 8 1/4. There's 8 1/4. And we're going to watch Ron Lushart and Scott Cooper right here.
2 in the first game, I missed 2 in the second game, and I think I missed like 3 in the third game.
And again, another unbelievable evening. We did set the league record tonight for usages, folks. It could be 20. Again, it's all over the house. I'll have to get a list tomorrow and give it to you folks during tomorrow night's Oaks Farms Premier League. Scott Cooper for number 9, who learned how to bowl in Memphis at Billy Hardwick's All-Star Lanes. Who knew Billy Hardwick, was friends with him. Billy Hardwick, a dear friend of mine in my lifetime, dearly missed. Bobby Hamilton, look at that. A 6-1 in between the baby split. That's always exciting. What we have right now, folks, is a chance for a double. Ron Lushart needs 273. He needs a mark and a 10th for a car. Scott Cooper needs the first one 9 spare for a car, or 9 out for a car. And both of them have a chance for sanctioned 300s. So stay with us. We've got action at Lightning Strikes.
She didn't bowl. When I didn't bowl, she didn't even get. I mean, she barely got over.
Yes, how are you?
Larry, I hope I didn't give him the Larry kiss.
Well, we're going to watch Ron Lushart right now.
I just noticed it, and I shouldn't have looked.
He's going to throw number
He's gonna
10.
blame it on me.
He's going to get number 10 right now. We're gonna root him in. This means so much to this man. Come on, Ronnie. Make a good shot. Come on now. Come on. That up, boy. He gets the 10th one. That's his toughest one. It's always been number 10. So we got Ron now, which locked him into a car. And now, Ron Luchart for number 11, who had 300 in this league very early. I believe might have had the first 300 in the league, or second, legitimate, without handicap. So Ron Luchart now is locked in for the car. Now he wants 300. Come on, that's good. Yeah. Well, I like to give him the new nickname, the Walking Billboard. Laurel, the Walking Billboard. Look at his shirt. He's got pins on it and bowling balls on it. Looks like a billboard. All right, the whole crowd watching Ron. He's got a lot of friends. He's a very popular guy. He's been bowling in Fort Myers 30 years. He's a fun guy. Come on, Ronnie. Make a good shot now. You can do it. Take your time. Well, it's got a chance. Come on. Yeah! And the billboard with 300. And now everybody's smiling, high-fiving him. Look, he's got the high five. He's getting high fives. A lot of high fives, hugs. Mary Berner, that's Mary Berner right there with him, getting a hug from Mary. And there he is, getting a hug from Ray Stevens. High five, high five, high five, a hug. Oh, yeah. Very, very popular man, and very nice to see, and just a fun guy. Now he's signing autographs. The New York Times will be here for an interview shortly, and probably a feature on ESPN. I'm going to get him in here in a minute. He is a character. Watch this interview. Stay with me with this guy. He's hilarious. All right, Patty Cooper now, Dublin. We're going to get Ron in here in a minute. And he will enjoy this because he is an avid bowler. Mark, get Ronnie for me. Got to get him in here because he is a blast. Yes, Hoss. The minute you got the ninth one, I knew. The minute you got the ninth one, I knew. I said to everybody gets the ninth one.
Oh,
you
man.
I started calling you the Walking Billboard with that shirt.
The walking
I
billboard.
love the shirt.
Well,
Now you threw the 3 and a 10th, the best I've ever seen you throw them. All the same, dead flush.
all 12 were.
Oh, they were.
Yeah, it was nice.
So you got rid of the ninth frame jitters, right?
They weren't jitters.
What were they?
I hit the pocket on all those shots. They just didn't carry.
But you told me you didn't have 300 for 15
I know,
years and
'cause
had 9 in a row 40 times.
I couldn't get the 10th one. Each time I get the 10th one, I get them all.
Hey, man,
Both times I got the 10th one, I got them all.
Hey man, you look a lot smaller on camera.
Nah. You gotta learn how to eat to be this big, man. I know how to eat. But,
Anyways,
yeah, well, it's fun.
great 10th frame.
Thank you.
And another Audi win.
Yeah.
And did you bowl 800 tonight too?
Oh God, no! My first game was 150, Larry.
150.
And the second game, I threw 3 opens for a 211.
150, 211?
with 3 opens.
300. How do you do that?
Because I changed balls in game 2. And shot, again, 3 opens, 211. That's a lot of strikes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then that.
When did this league turn into a no tap?
Oh, people are hurting me, Rhea. You know, it's what it is. It's the first week of a quarter. It was quarter 1, I shot 300. Quarter 4.
Well, you know, if anybody deserves, as much as you love bowling, as popular a person as you are in the bowling community here, that's 2 this year here now.
Yeah,
so I'm
2.
so glad that you're now had a year with 2 versus year after year with none.
So fun, Larry. It's so fun.
Well, I know.
Scott's got a chance here. He's up
I know.
next.
We're going to be watching
What do you
Scott.
want?
I'm going to have you do the color with me on Scott. You're going to be the announcer with me.
I want my
Now
my teammate.
we're going to be talking about your teammate. Now, what do you think about your teammate? What's his chances? What do you think?
He is so good. He's gonna get it. I've never had a teammate and me both go 300. He's got
Well,
this.
we could have it right here. Let's watch Scott Cooper now.
Throwing the ball really well. Oh!
Now, Scott Cooper works for the United States Postal Service.
Yes, he does.
Have you ever gone to the Page Field and have him serve you?
I have.
Me
actually.
too. I did. I
yeah.
went to the counter and he was the guy that served
You know what
me.
I do, Larry? I'm a math tutor. I
Yes.
teach calculus and all that kind of good fun stuff.
I know you teach
It
calculus.
helps me in bowling. I'm kidding. Not at all.
Do you know a lot about calculus?
I teach, a lot of calculus.
Can you
kids.
calculate how many hairs I lost in my life?
4,319.
All right, Scott Cooper for
Scott
number
Cooper,
11.
number
Here we
11.
go
Come on,
now.
baby.
Come
Come on,
on,
baby.
Scott.
Oh my God, come on. Both of us shoot at 300 would be so sweet.
That's
a
there.
nice
That's
shot.
there.
Hit it! Oh!
I
Damn
thought
it.
it would hook. All right. But a great way to end the evening.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Donnie Schwartz.
Thank you. All right. Thank
All
you,
right.
Larry.
Donnie,
You should have made sure you did the color commentary because that was a Larry kiss, I think.
get Donnie for me, Wayne.
I thought it was good, but it didn't shine. But it's okay.
Come on, sit down with me here, Jess. Come here.
Larry, I just created this.
St. Patrick's.
Scotch doubles.
So let me ask you a question now. Your husband wins a car,
Yeah.
and you win 3 cars.
Yeah, well, you know,
So where are you going to go with 4 cars? You going to take a trip to the Keys somewhere? What are you going to do?
I don't know. St. Augustine, maybe?
How many have you won this year? 4, 5,
I think I had 3 and then 3 tonight, so 6.
6, 2. No. What's it like when you go in there now and meet Dave Forbes and pick out a car? I got to know because I've never done that.
To be honest with you,
What's
I
it like?
haven't picked one up.
Well, but you have not got one yet. So you're saving them up?
I guess.
You have all of them there?
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just do like a whole month, and then
So
I won't have to
between
drive
you
my
and your
own car.
husband, you got 8 days of usages tonight.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. You set the husband and wife record, incidentally. I don't think there's a husband and wife that got 4 in one night.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Chris and Gary could do it, but
Yeah. Anyway, Scott did get 300 for his.
yes, he did.
Congratulations. Keep up the great ball. You got a great game. I tell everybody your game's fantastic.
Thank you.
I said if you should video her game and show it to your daughters that this is what you want to look like, just so you know. That's what I say about it.
No.
Oh yes, your game's
I've got lots of things to fix.
You've
but I
got you got a
appreciate it.
fantastic game.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Oh, I'll try.
All right.
Have a good night.
You too. All right. Jess Herbot. And we love interviewing all the bowlers. It's so much fun. And we have a wonderful, wonderful group of just avid, great bowlers. I got to say close to 20 tonight. I'll have the number tomorrow. I think it's 20.
We need to put drinks on there now.
We went from 125 to 145 with 7 weeks to go, 6 weeks to go now. My God, it could hit 200 rentals. That's unbelievable. Thank you, Rick Wilbur. I appreciate that very much. Again, the highest scoring evening for Audi usages in the history of this league. I believe it's right at 20 from an eye count, and I could have missed some pairs. We will give you the tally tomorrow night, but that is an unbelievable number. 40 days of usages of brand new cars in one night. You figure at $100 a day, $4,000 of car usages in one night in a mixed league. David Forbes, thank you. Thank you on behalf of all of us so much for what you've done for bowling here at Lightning Strikes and in Southwest Florida. Again, he is the man giving $5,000 to Johnny Petraglia for his Vietnam Veterans Charity, and the man sponsoring the Pro-Am in the Hammer Senior Tour event here. $5,000 to the prize fund in that Pro-Am Saturday, April 12th. So for all of you locally, come out, join us, help us with the charity for Johnny Petraglia. It's a wonderful, wonderful weekend for bowling here in Southwest Florida. As you can see, some people still hanging out down there. Pretty good crowd down here. Lots of friends. And another great night. And we're waiting for the league to finish up. Let's go down to low end here and watch the great Chrissy Stewart finish. And as you can see, she's still got it. That's the lady who was 1994 PWBA Rookie of the Year. Tommy Kress, when you get here, I'll introduce you to Dave Forbes. Thank you, Ajayk, for joining us tonight. Rick Wilbur, Mike Quirk, Cooper Gates, all of you, Bob Lockhart. Watch Chrissy Stewart's stroke. Look at those shots, folks. You could see her as a kid about 27 years ago. I mean, she's still got it, don't get me wrong, but you can imagine her in her early 20s. One year she led, I think 2008-9, she led this association from Northport to Naples with 234, led every bowler, led them all. And there's 79 for the great veteran, 290. Imagine bowling doubles against her and her kid for a little mother and son action, Chrissy and Brad Stewart. That would be fun to watch. That would be a very interesting match, because I don't think any mother and son locally, or quite frankly, I don't know of any that could beat those two. It'd be very interesting. Mother and son matches. And it looks like the night is over. As we can see down the high end there, bowling is done, or the low end, excuse me. And again, I want to thank all of you so much for joining us. I'm going to head home now, feed the kiddies, relax a little tomorrow. Felt good today when I got up after the shot. A little sore here, a little touch of fatigue, but I don't think it had anything to do with the shot. I think it had to be the fact that I'm old and I live streamed 25 hours Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So today, after driving on yesterday 300 miles and the shot and spending time with Dave Davis, I really didn't have a day off. For all of you, I was with him yesterday. Is my dear friend. He is recuperating. Went to visit him, then got my shot, and then came home. And I will be on tomorrow night at 6:30. Again, I want to thank all of you so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night. As usual, I want to wish all of you a lot of good luck and good bowling. See you tomorrow night for the Oaks Farms Premier League. Thank you again so much for joining us. See you tomorrow.